Morning, students. Welcome to Learning Management System program BSc Subject English Semester 4 Session 2. The topic Night of the Scorpion, poetry, stanza wise explanation, summary, the conclusion. Created by Professor Ravi Kumar A and Dr. Suresh B.S. Poetry, The Night of the Scorpion. Poet Nizim Ezekiel. Night of the Scorpion is a popular poem. The poem is about how the scorpion stings the poet's mother and the mother's self-effacing love for her children. It also captures a well-detached black and white snapshot of Indian village life with all its superstitious simplicity. Bird's view, bird's eye view. Then you may call it as bird's eye view, bird's view, both are there. Either way, the main idea of the Night of the Scorpion is a representation of rural Indian ethos, beliefs on evil suffering and its people. Here is a beautiful picture, Hattu, as well as the scorpion, and it also represents the darkness, represents the night. Okay, summary and explanation of the poem. In Night of the Scorpion, the speaker tells a story from his childhood in which his mother was bitten by a scorpion. The poem begins with a simple declaration. I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. First and the second lines. It goes like this. The poem begins with a simple declaration as telling that I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. The scorpion had entered the speaker's home because it wanted to hide from the rain. It's a rainy rain. It's ferociously raining during the continuous rain throughout the night. To escape from the rainfall, the scorpion enters into the home, the poet's home, where he chooses his mother and his tongue. Okay, the scorpion had entered the speaker's home because it wanted to hide from the rain. When it bit the speaker's mother, it was hiding beneath a sack of rice. Probably she went to collect some rice or something, and by placing her toe in mid of the sacks of rice, the incident happens. The speaker describes the incident in which the scorpion stings his mother without mentioning his mother at all. Instead, he focuses on the scorpion and what he did immediately afterward, parting with his poison flash of a diabolic tail in the dark room. He risked the rain again. Instead, he focuses on the scorpion and what he did immediately afterward. He just concentrates on the scorpion part. See how beautifully he elaborates, explains the incidents, parting with his poison flash. With the flash of diabolic time, just it stings and brings it back. The sting, just a flash of the tail, just like this. Parting with his poison, just parting means dividing, just transferring the poison into mother's body. Okay, in the dark room, he risked the rain again. So he risked. He went back into the rain. Went back into the rain. Again, you want to survive from the more risk compared to the first one. Rather than stick around to the look at the scene he had caused, the scorpion ran back outdoors. He's not bothered about what he has done. Sometimes we hit some children, or we hit with our friends and all. At least we tries to look at them what has happened like that, isn't it? But in this case, scorpion is not bothered about the whom she part he or she parted her poison and just went into the rain. After the speaker's mother was bitten, the speaker's notes, poor people went to her mother's side like a swarms of flies and buzzed the name of gods. The people started to flow in from the nearby village. Nearby village, probably they are living, just the village and the popular neighbors are all started to flow like a flies, like a swarms of flies. The flies which during the light comes around. Likewise, the people also started to swarms of flies with the Christianity and hoping to kill one of the vision of Satan. So he the buzzed the name of the god. They started to utter the name of the god, and probably they are just during the verge of converting into the Christianity. They started to curse the Satan, the evil thing of the Christian community. The peasants look for the scorpion on their hands and knees with lanterns. Their wish is to find the scorpion quickly because they believe that every movement the scorpion makes without getting killed if affects the speaker's mother. With every movement that the scorpion made his poison move in mother's blood, they said. Their wish is to find the scorpion quickly because they believe that every movement the scorpion makes without getting killed affects the mother's. As no, if it is goes on, keep on moving around, the poison also it started to move around in the leg and chances of spreading all around the body. So they want to find out the scorpion and kill it immediately. Otherwise, the poisons makes a lot of difference. That's the problem. Mother's blood, they said. The peasants began to share good wishes for the speaker's mother, hoping that the scorpion will die that night, or at least sit still. The sense of her past life will be burnt away, and that she may return to an even better life in her next life because of her suffering. It's in stanza 5. So the peasants begin to share good things about good wishes. About they are started to wish, they are started to bless, they are started to beg the gods favor to save her, and they are started to wish the scorpion could have died there in the rain, or else sit still by sitting one place. The mother's poison won't spread across. That's the problem. And one more thing, the sins of and one more thing, the sins of her past life will be burned away by this poisonous. See, we know why we take the bitter gourd, why we take the bitter juices and all, because by going these bitter things will clean up our body. Likewise, this poison also entering into the body will clear. See, they are not telling that the body's blood will be purified or something. But instead of that, they are telling that the body will be no how fast a life sins will be cleaned by this way. Hmm? And that she may return to an even better life in her next life because of her suffering staja, because her quota what's there now she has to suffer because of her last done, no, previously done mistakes and sins, committed sins, and it will be purified here in itself, and the next in the next janma she will get a better life than this. The peasants continue making wishes for the speaker's mother, wishing that the forces of evil might be diminished by the speaker's mother as pain. The peasants continue to making wishes for the peasant's mother, wishing that the forces of evil might be diminished by the speaker's mother's pain. Because of her pains, the whatever the fairies, evil things, devils whichever available in the home will be vanished or run away because of her pains and her mourning. Probably she started to mourn because of her pain. They sat on the floor around the speaker's mother, hoping that the scorpion bit would purify her with the peace of understanding on each face. They sat on the floor around the speaker's mother, hoping that scorpion bait would purify her with the peace of understanding on each face. As more people come to visit speaker's mother, the speaker takes in his surroundings more candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insects, and endless rain. As earlier told in the lines, the people started to flow in like swarms of flies. Likewise, the people started to no, as the news spreads all across the villages, surrounding villages and all. The people started to flow in. They are coming inside of the house of the bird, and by that the more candles, more people, and more candles and more lanterns. They are all bringing the lanterns, the candles for the wishes and for the prayers, the Christian prayers, and more neighbors, more insects. See, as they are bringing the lanterns in the rainy night, naturally the insects also follows them into the light insects follows into follows with them into the house. The speaker's mother, oblivious to it all, spent this time suffering and twisting on a mat. She is laying on the mat. She is just suffering. She can't do anything. She's just suffering. She can't do anything. That's her problem. But she won't mind how many are coming and how many people are starting to speak because our pains are own. Okay, the speaker's turns his attention to his father, who he describes as a skeptic and a rationalist. The speaker's turns, no, it's not a speaker, it's a speaker, turns his attention to his father, who he describes as a skeptic and a rationalist. The speaker notes that even his father is making an effort to help his mother in any way that he knows how which means turning towards that which he would not otherwise believe, trying every curse and blessing. The speaker notes that even his father is making an effort to help his mother in any way that he knows how which means turning towards that which he would not otherwise believe. Now, one thing the people are arriving, gathering, and they are cursing, they are wishing, they are blessing, they are doing each and everything, but his father is totally different kind, and he's whether he believes them or not, that's a total different thing. But he is trying his own way of making her cure and trying every curse and blessing, and he started to put some powder mixture, and herb and hybrid. By hybrid means He made a mixture with the herbs, taking some powder and making some with some herbal ingredients, and made a hybrid mixture. Okay, the speaker's father even lit the bit on fire in an attempt to remove the poison. He tried, he even lit the bit. What he did, he tried to put a spark into the poisoned place by putting that powder. And the speaker's mother suffered for 20 hours. Even after that, he tried his own medication, and the speaker's mother suffered for 20 hours. She and her only response to the end of it all was her gratitude that it don't happen to anyone else in their family. Okay, my mother only said, "Thank God the scorpion picked on me and spared my children." In the last lines, she addressed that. However, she suffered for 20 hours, and she's thinking that how painful it is, and she thanks the Almighty God that He chosen her instead of her children, spared her children. This line break, it's a literal break in the tension of the poem, and also the conclusion with a quiet depth. Finally, the poem communicates a tension between urban living and the natural world that Ezekiel returns to again and again in this work. Time, the tension between urban living and the natural world. That Ezekiel say here the scorpion and its stings, the songs of flies, the villagers and the candles, it all represents the natural world. Whereas the father, scorpion, no scorpion, so mother, father, and the poet himself represents the urban living. They're just onlookers. They're looking at what is happening around them. Mm. At the conclusion, the poet dramatizes a battle of ideas fought at night in limelight between good and evil, between darkness and light, between rationalism and blind faith. And out of this confusion, there arises an unexpected winner, the selfless love of a mother. Night of Scorpion is not only a poem and an incident in the life of a poet's mother, but also a poem Indian belief and culture. Isam Jekyll has succeeded in presenting a rural Indian picture with vivid imagery. Now here our poem coming to an end. Reference here we have some references. The textbook, the imprints is a good source of information. It has biography of musicals, and here we have well, okay. Thank you, students. Goodbye.